Namaste, and welcome to 50 Shades of Great. Come to your senses with me. I'm Kee McGraw. I'm a doctor of health theology, and as such, I am thrilled to present you with these 50 tools with which you can utilize your senses to bring yourself evermore to your own particular greatness. In this way, healthcare professionals might also be able to utilize these tools in working with your clients as well as your students. You are welcome to continuing education hours for your time spent here, and for those healthcare professionals who are interested in receiving a certificate of completion for the efforts that you're about to make, stay tuned for further details online. Earth, root. Today's first path is the path of the earth. The path of the earth is the path of the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra. This area is generally represented by the first chakra being the root, the connection to the good Mother Earth, located in the lower aspect of the trunk. The particular sense that is related to the earth chakra, the root chakra, is the sense of smell. And as such, on this first path, the first tool that I would like for us to experiment with and to explore is the tool of utilizing smell consciously to bring about changes in the state of awareness that we're in. Aromatherapy has been around for a very long time, and as such, it has informed and influenced peoples of all walks of life forever. Of recent, there's been scientific information coming forward that indicates that we have within our brain a sense of smell wheel. Similar to how it is, we know that we have a color wheel that allows us to see visually the distinctions of the colors in the world. We have as well a collection of neurons in the brain through the olfactory lobe in the very base of the brain, connection to the sense of smell into the earth, in which we have 10 different particular collections of smells that we can discern and detect. Now, this makes sense from the standpoint of our survivability. Again, as we need to evolve in order to adapt to the stresses that we've been under throughout all times, one of the primary ways that we've been able to adapt and to adjust and to evolve is through utilizing our clear sense of smell so that we know what's dangerous to be avoided and what is attractive to be perhaps completely enjoyed in terms of consumption. And as such, for just a moment, let yourself contemplate these 10 different, I'll say, colors of smell, so that you can have the clear awareness that there are scents that we detect that indicate that there is decay and kind of a putrid odor being emitted, the scent of something rotten. Yeah, we just know intuitively that is to be avoided. And how it is we know that is through the base brain, indicating and detecting the sense of decay and putrefaction, letting us know to stay away from consuming that particular otherwise food source. Now, in addition, there are scents that we are familiar with now that are of a chemical origin that also can be an indication that we want to avoid consuming those particular things that we're smelling. So So if you think about your household cleansing products, that might help to eradicate some of the decaying putrefaction of rotten materials around us. We use sometimes quite harsh chemicals, and they give off their particular odor as well. These chemical odors are also generally best avoided in terms of consuming them, taking them into the body, or even applying them topically onto the body. So for our purposes today, we won't be focusing on either of those two first considerations of the sense of smell. Now, more to our particular interest, we can love and enjoy the other senses of smells, of the smell of that which is woodsy, which can again help us with the first chakra of rooting and grounding, or into the sense of the smell of that which is pungent and aromatic, that may be herbal and with particular medicinal qualities, which may be beneficial to the second chakra. We can also detect the sense of the smell of that which is citrusy, lemony, orangey, grapefruit-like essences, brings through their particular signature. This particular essence of that which is citrusy is beneficial to the solar plexus chakra. And then as it applies to the sense of the smelling of mint, or the whole category of minty fragrances, these fragrances are especially helpful and uplifting to the heart and to the heart chakra. As it applies to the sense of the smell affecting the throat chakra, come into the awareness of eucalyptus that may help us to open and breathe more clearly and speak more clearly as well. And with that, there are other, in the collection of fragrances of the scent that might even be considered fruity, in which minty, fruity, all come together in the throat chakra, so that we might be able to bring through just that one particular note that's good for us on any particular day. Now, as we come towards the third eye chakra, we consider the smells that help us to open to the third eye, scents such as lavender, which are fragrant, as well as the crown chakra, which opens to the sense of that which is generally floral. Now, in this way, there are other collections of scents that we detect, like the scent of buttery or popcorny, rich fatness that we can detect. That's not a particular scent that we'll be working with today, although no doubt you can relate to that as a collection of scents, as well as the sense of the smell of that which is generally sweet. The sweet smells may also appear as floral or fragrant smells, and as such we might allow sweet smells to intermingle throughout all of the other potentials. What's true is that within the sense of smell, I'll say like with the sense of sight, often the smell that we are able to detect is a combination of some of these 10 different potential smells. And I guess that's part of what makes it all the more fun and interesting to work with blends. And in this way, we consider the way that color also is rarely just of primary or secondary colors, but a nice mingling. So for today's particular application of this consideration of aromatherapy as it might apply to your grounding and to the enhancement of your whole being through the use of smell, we'll be working with the sense of smell as it might apply to the root. In this way, what I'd like you to do of the potentials of lots of different essential oils you might have at your home or at your disposal that you can work with, we'd like to select one particular scent that's helpful for the first chakra, and this is the scent of sandalwood. Now, you might have for yourself an essential oil that's been bottled by a particular company, and that's all to your discretion and your desire. And what I've done is I have a smaller mixture of oil of the sandalwood, and I want to just use a few drops of that essence into my hand, and then rubbing my hands together, I'll start to apply this oil to my clean feet. As we apply the sandalwood oil to the feet, our bodies are able to absorb the essence, the essential oils, and the particular chemical combinations that bring about our ability to detect the oil in through our cuticles, in through the feet surrounding the toenails. Now, sandalwood is tremendously balancing and grounding, so beneficial for our sense of health and wealth. And once the foot is anointed with the oil, we'll then work with the application to the other foot. And with just a couple of drops of oil, you sure don't need very much, the oil can then be applied to the foot, into the nails, through to the cuticles, as well as through the foot sole. The approach of bringing through the sense of smell helps us to ground into the physical body, to take care of the physical body, so that we have a greater appreciation for our health, which is its own greatest wealth. Now, once you have applied the oil to the feet, you can feel that you are, in this way now, well triggered, well stimulated in the direction of now experiencing what it's like to have anointed your feet with the sandalwood oil. And you might at some other point choose to work with the application of other oils that might similarly be beneficial to your root. These oils can be explored and examined at your own discretion. But you might find anything that is of a woodsy nature that you are drawn to in this way could be just right for other times of application. And you might be noticing the calming and centering effect of the sandalwood or any of the other woodsy particular essences that you have selected. And now allow yourself to rest onto your back, lying down. And you're welcome to stay as long as it's right for you, so that you might integrate the energy that's been freed up from the use of this one particular tool. And once you've concluded, allow yourself to come back up into the vertical position. Pause to notice the changes that have taken place in your body, mind, and spirit. And as you do so, join me as we offer our voices in gratitude to the path in healing. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's be with the peace that's deep within Joy Bhagwan, and Namaste.